right, and I'm not only making pleasure to you, that GoodRelations is one of the major steps on semantic web evolution, because at that moment in 2008, adopted by Google in 2010, semantic technology became very practical, because it became about e-commerce, about making business. Okay? And that I do not need to tell in this room what it really means. So that's a major step. Now, last year, schema.org, the first global vocabulary ontology handled by Google, Bing, Yahoo, and Yandex, I guess, today, is fourth search engine appeared. And finally, 2 months ago, 1 month ago, knowledge graph, the first big thing of semantic web on Google, unfortunately available in US, and in the UK, you need to go for some special tricks to have it in France, or in Poland, or in other countries in Europe. Why? Because this database is still in English. Okay, we're going to translate that. I will tell you a bit more in our rendezvous. Okay, rendezvous, where we can meet semantic web practically. First and foremost, most of you must have seen that already. If you make some search for some product, for something, and you see this little information, price, in stock, sometimes stars with reviews, sometimes pictures, what it is, it's actually Google taking semantic data from the websites and positioning them on Google search. This is search engine, semantic search engine, and Martin, you will tell us a little bit about this as well, right? This particular search result is practical thing for us. That was a result of MakoLab adding semantic information to the Renault website in UK. We did that, and that's a result. Actually, we positioned that without spending any money on that in 3 months, on the highest level of Google, okay? But another side effect of doing that. That was amazing, okay? The second place where you can meet semantic web is knowledge graph, a famous thing, and actually, Lech Wałęsa, a Polish hero, okay? He was in this library as well, before me, a few years ago. Anyway, what's the story? If you search for persons, people, places, some other objects on Google today, as I said, in US and in UK, in our area, probably soon in France as well, you don't only have pages for results, you have also concepts. For example, there is a short biography from Wikipedia, and there is some data that he was born in that and that city, and you have link to that city, link data, okay? And we have his spouse, his wife, and we have his children, and some other facts about Wałęsa. If you go for historical figure, we can have something more. We can have books about him, so objects about this particular person or concepts, okay? And this is realistic. It's not something I placed it here. It's just working for last month, or from May 11, I guess, in so-called English Google zones. You can trick the Google and you appear on your browser. If you make a trick with pretending that you are on UK soil, you can really do it, okay? The next thing, very important, that is still in beta, so this is a very fresh thing, and I'm happy to tell you about this, is Google Fusion Tables. We were together with and Martin on the lecture about Fusion Tables on last semantic conference. This is working already, so if you go to Fusion Tables, you have the data being published as data. Google uses semantic representation below the hub. So, for example, in this case, you can search for car fuel consumption, and it delivers you not the pages, but the information giving cars and their fuel economy. Okay? And these tables exist for thousands of things. Now, the point is that you can submit your data to Google, to Fusion Tables. What it gives you that you start to become present on the web of data, not only on the web of documents. It's really possible. You just can collect any data, then if you put that, you can correlate this data with geography, with other facts. That's extremely important thing, I believe. Well, I'm sure that very soon, when you ask such a question on the major search engine, you will be getting the table obligatory almost. Okay, so that's a very important point. And now, I think that many people know that, right? How many people have iPhones in this room? Do you know Siri already? Or if you have Android, you have Skype? does Siri?
Sorry.
Well, sorry. But anyway, creator of Siri is Tom Gruber, one of the founders, also very important founders, maybe not, but very important person for Semantic Web. And actually, Siri is nothing more, nothing less than a huge semantic database that correlates geographical facts, your geographical location, facts about places where you are, and actually in the beginning it has NLP, natural language processor, that first translates your speech to some text and to the concepts. So probably Siri is the most important animal today that is fully semanticized already. Okay? So that's very important to remember that we don't speak about artificial things, we speak about realistic things. You can go to YouTube, type Tom Gruber, Siri, you will find lectures, he explains how he created that. So that's amazing stories. The next thing, automotive. Probably the first was Volkswagen, and again, Martin contributed a lot to this work. Volkswagen completely adopted semantic search technology on their website. So far, if I'm not mistaken, on UK. I'm not sure, Martin, if it's on other countries. But what you can do with these, you can actually search, not for cars as the documents that describe them, you search for concept. You may get trims, variants, products. So it's like faceted or directed search that you can do, much more intelligent than anything. I'm happy to tell you that, oh, not yet, okay. I'll tell you later what I'm happy. Another project that is very important for Semantic Web, which exists for a few years already, it's OpenCalais. What is OpenCalais? It's something for journalists mostly. I mean, you go to OpenCalais, you put your piece of text, your article that you publish, and you get semantic description of what is in this text, automatically and for free. Okay? Of course, if you are big Reuters or somebody, then you pay some fee to make these discoveries. But what it helps, maybe you know, maybe not, but BBC was the first media giant who actually semanticized everything. I mean, BBC UK.
Oh, ça présente.
I'm sorry, that's not me. I'm not.
Ah non, alors ça va.
I'm not ventriloquist, okay?
En même temps, regardez. On appelle. Enfin,
yes. No, it's no records and nothing, it's just stage. Anyway, so OpenCalais is that kind of project that is mostly for journalists. It exists. You can go there and you can find how it works. The second, next place where you can make rendezvous with Semantic Web is e-commerce. And we have here Marco from Oxy, and I am from MakoLab. MakoLab created the specific module for PrestaShop, famous French e-commerce solution. So far we have almost 3,000 clients for this module, and about 2,000 stores globally in the world use our semantic extension. So this is like another part of MakoLab activity. We are very strong on e-commerce, thanks to Martin and Martin cooperation with Martin. And also Oxy is another big player that uses RDFA and semantic technology for that. Could turn other Microsoft. Okay. And that's what made me happy, okay? It's possible to announce that Renault started some semantic projects already, and it's in the form of so-called linked data car configurator, mostly thanks to Renault gentlemen that we have on the road today. And that allows to express the incomplete and complete car configurations in a linked data format. And Renault is present, thanks to François and Eduardo, on scientific conferences also about Semantic Web, so it's very important to know that Renault has some project like that. And MakoLab, using their solution, created something we call Semantic Car Configurator, that first in the history of Renault breaks from the paradigm of going from Clio, Megane, Laguna. It just allows you to say, oh, I want the car with MP3 player and sunroof, like that. And it gives you, oh, you've got 119 cars that meet your criteria. Then you can go along completely different directions. That doesn't exist today. This is prototype. I will be probably showing you how it works on the panel. Okay? It's a real thing that we created thanks to linked open data project at Renault. So you can meet it there. And finally, very important thing. Many of you from financial industries, you know that there is very important standard, XBRL, for banks and for financial institutions for reporting. That's actually happened to be when the crisis happened, because we had a problem with the non-comparability between different companies, so we can now compare the financial data. And this language, XBRL, is now completely sanitized. There are a lot of projects going on. The purpose of this is simple, that we will be able to discover the financial data on the semantic web as we do on the standard web. I even don't mention other projects like link open data for governments, Etlan project in France, very important thing where French government opens its data, so that's also very important. And the end of my lecture is on transformation. I strongly think, and I am convinced, not only by myself, but also by the famous company, that today's situation on the market is actually the end of push style of market. We no longer can push people to buy what we have. We must reverse the direction. We must allow people to pull what they really want. And this is exactly, first of all, the theme of this book, Power of Pull, published by Delete. And another pull, How the Power of Semantic Web to Transform Your Business, by another advocate, David Siegel. Very important positions. They all create something we call performance economy. By performance economy, we exactly mean the situation where the suppliers can leverage the semantic web to allow clients to take the data from various sources in a meaningful way, not to use push, spams, things that we don't really like. I guess on that, is your business preparing for performance economy? Well, we'll see. Okay, so thank you very much.